Woo! Time for the second single from Megadeth, Night Stalkers Chapter 2, featuring Ice-T. And despite my editing, the first single did get partially blocked, so again, I will be providing commentary, pausing along the way for copyright reasons. Let's go. See how this stacks up to the first one. First one was pretty good. Going for the super dramatic too. Oh, I'm excited for the mascot boy. Where he at? Where that jangly boy at? There he is. A song? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. What a riff. Hell yeah, dude. It's been I'm really impressed. Like Dave's killing it with the guitar. His vocals ain't bad either. He's bringing some of his like top tier riffs to this thing so far into their career. It's wild. And honestly, like his vocals sound better than on some of his other albums. Like maybe that's a stretch, maybe that's a hot take, but I think the fact that he's kind of going lower key, maybe because he has to, it works for his voice better, I think. That riff is fire, though. Like, I'm interested to see where else the song goes, but I'm fine just jamming to this one right now. Just ripping it up. Ripping and tearing. Once more, I have no idea what's going on with the video, but that's fine. Ooh, solo time. One of many, probably, just like last time. Ooh, cooking it up. We're getting into the little groove here. Oh, are they turning him into? Yes, okay, this is a transform. This is like a Cenobite situation almost. Oh no, the glasses. Good old Vic Rattlehead. I'm trying to remember now. I put up a poll because I did a video on best metal mascots, and I can't remember if Vic won or Eddie from Iron Maiden. I'll have to look that up again. Definitely top tier stuff. I mean, who doesn't like a man with a skull face? I am kind of ready for a little bit more dynamic changes on here. This is a 7-minute song too, so I'm hoping that this isn't just stretched out with repetition of the same the whole way through. Also we'll be interested to see Ice-T's part. Yeah, expect me to edit this down some, because I don't have much to say over and over again about the same stuff.
1 minute later.
Yeah, we're almost like 2.5 minutes in and we're playing the same thing still. Like, I've never been into that style. Like, that's a good way to ruin a good riff, in my opinion. Like, I'm fine with long songs, but then you gotta go the more progressive angle where you switch things up. So don't ruin a good riff, man. You can have too much of a good thing, despite what some people may say. Oh, recap of the previous. I just realized we're connecting this to the first one. I haven't been really big on these music videos, to be honest, but the songs are much far beyond what I would have expected. Oh, here, Ice-T time. All right. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. Alright, to be honest, kind of corny, but that's alright. Like, look, y'all, like, I love 90s rap, too. Like, mad respect. I love going back to that era. I mean, I've said before, I even have, like, the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers vinyl on my wall, but Something about like the implementation here and the execution is just a little. It's. I think it's the fact that it's trying to be so serious, but the execution is just silly, in my opinion. At least we get a change up here. Another fun kind of groovy section here. Yeah, I could have. I don't know if there's going to be more iced tea on this thing, but could have kind of done without that. Another banger riff. Like, no complaints on that front. Own the night. Oop, surprise. Solo time. Woo. See, notice this is all still great, but I'm kind of like losing energy as we go along here. We're like 4 minutes into the song that probably should already be over. Again, in my opinion, you can let me know down in the comments if you feel differently, but I feel like a solid thrash song is anywhere from 3 minutes to 4 minutes. Somewhere in between there. Oof. Nice soloing though. Like, I'm sure there's still a lot more good stuff left in the song. It's just I think you could have condensed it down. Same complaint I have about a lot of movies that don't know how to edit properly. I love the attitude in that riff. Just very, like, kind of like, fuck you. Giving the middle finger without having to give the middle finger. I think this video needs a lot more Vic. That's what I want. Glad to see him kind of taking center stage. So is the guy from the first movie, like, he died and now he's coming back like the Crow style, like Vic Rattlehead, and now he's like fighting the bad guys again? Is that what's happening? We got a little acoustic section. So now I'm wondering, okay, is this going to be a transition to more song, or is this the end of the song and we're just going to have like a massive epilogue to the video? My daughter. Yeah, this is very actually like the Crow, but somehow even sillier since he's in a big rubber Vic Rattlehead mask. Like the little strings, there's some little like subtle string quartet going on here. Okay, oh, okay, alright. Ooh, little bass solo, alright, alright, you got me. I'm down with that. Ooh, it's so low too, love it. I can't even reach that with my voice. Okay, that's how it's done. Like, that was some nice kind of dynamic, even slightly progressive songwriting there. But again, I think that first section could have been trimmed down quite a bit. We should have gotten to this sooner. Did he just snap his fingers, set that guy on fire? Back to the same riff though, so let's not carry on too long with this. Yeah, again, now we're just back into repetition mode. It's just, trim it down some. Trim it down. Less is more. Keep telling people this. It also makes me worried that this album, and maybe the runtime's already been released, but I haven't looked at it, but if it's like an hour plus, like that, for a thrash album, that is too long, y'all. That is short and simple. That's thrash. Such a very classic riff there. There we go, to be continued. The story goes on. So yeah, that is Megadeth with Night Stalkers, Chapter 2, featuring Ice-T, and it was good. It was good. I think overall, just as a complete song, I liked the first single a little bit better because it was a little bit more short, simple, to the point, even though that one wasn't super short. But this one kind of stretched it out a little too much. Let's dive into the scales here. So in terms of enjoyability, it's still an 8, maybe even a 9. But I think, so here's the thing. If this had been like a nice 3.5 minute, maybe 4 minute song, I think it could have been a 9 at least for enjoyability. But as it stands with all the repetition and kind of like my energy level starting to kind of ebb and flow throughout, that kind of brings it down a little bit for me. Like, I want to just like throw up the horns, bang my head, do a hair helicopter, what the fuck ever. Like, that's what this music is all about. So if you just like keep dragging it on, I start to lose some of that. In terms of musicianship, really solid, but again, I think that impacts the songwriting. The performances are at least 9s, like the guitar work, really stellar. That bass solo, awesome. Lots of great drumming on here too. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention earlier too, the Ice-T section, like just cut that completely. Cut that. Like we don't need it. I just think it sort of disrupts the song in a way. Not somebody who absolutely hates implementing rap into metal by any means. I've heard plenty of it that I do enjoy, but it just didn't work there. But yeah, back to musicianship. Really strong performances. Again, the songwriting could use some, just tighten it up. But that's a big issue too with a lot of like big artists, is I feel like they've gotten so big that nobody can tell them no anymore. And so they just like do whatever they want and there's no restraint. And it's good to have people around you saying like, Dave, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, maybe we should cut this a little bit. Like, you need those people. It's important to have and listen to those people. Maybe it's not like that, but that's how it feels to me. So I guess overall score for musicianship then brings it to also about an 8. And then in terms of innovation, still kind of a 7. Like, I was playing with maybe pushing it a little bit to an 8 because there are some little flourishes on here in terms of little things that they do. But I think ultimately it's a Megadeth song. It's a thrash song. Aren't any major surprises on here. So yeah, as a whole, I'm kind of looking at this as like a B, maybe a B-. But again, you tighten it up, you cut that Ice-T section, just my opinion, and just like bring this down to a nice lean, mean 3.5 minutes. And this could easily be a B+, A- song. It's that simple. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Check out this video if you missed my reaction to the first single. And while you wait for me to do my new Megadeth tier list, you can check out my Slayer tier list. I also have a Metallica one. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off, and I will see you in the trenches.